Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, and the glory belongs to Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, by Hasham Mahavakar Kwadash. Honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elects across the globe, and to the few, the very, very, very few brothers and sisters that are listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we're living in the last days of the last days. And shalom to you brothers, man, that are standing up for what you believe in and standing in faith regardless of what's happening on the outside of you, right? I'm out here in a different location. You got to travel, you got to move. Scripture says move against the gates. As you can see, there's gates here. So we got to move against the gates with what? This word. And when we move against the gates with this word, guess what? We're able to cast down strongholds. I want to go to Matthew. Hold on. So we're going to go to Matthew's, Babakashah, 18. Right? The more you move, the more you become effective. You can't be effective if you're stagnant. We're going to go to Matthew's 18. You got a group of people out here that want to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? But guess who wins in the end? Yahweh Shai. Right? So I found a new location to teach. And we're going to go straight to... Hold on just a minute. Babakashah. Bro, we're on the winning team, by the way. I want to go to Ezekiel, chapter 28 and 17. Right? Check this out. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. That has corrupted thy wisdom by reason of brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. That hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities. Key thing. They have defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thine iniquities. So what's them iniquities we could speak of? LGBT, same-sex marriage, Pizzagate, which is another term for pedophilia. These are all the iniquities that are out and the works that are out here today. But it's all under a guise. You know what I'm saying? But when we move against the gates fall. What's the gates for? To keep someone in, to keep someone out. And it says, check this out. Therefore I will cast thee as a profane out of the mountain of God. I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of thy fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings that they may behold thee. Right? Thou hast defiled thy sanctuaries by the multitude of thy iniquities. By the iniquity of thy traffic. I keep bringing this out. There's not as much traffic today, but it says by the iniquities of thy traffic. What's traffic in modern day terms? You already know. Right? So the Lord's bringing all these things to light now. All the things that are in the dark, he's bringing to light. Hi there. Hey, dude. You okay? Hi. So he's bringing everything to light. Everything that was in the dark that was coming out. Whether it be scandals, whether it be, anything. And this is starting with the higher ups first. Then on down. Because it always begins with the higher ups. It doesn't begin with someone that's at the bottom. It begins with those that are higher up first. So what we got to do is teach the word. Don't act mad. Don't act like a madman, because that's what they want you to act like, so you can discredit yourself. Be patient and teach this word. And bring out the truth. Let the people know what's going on. Okay? Come on. And by the way, you know the headsets that they got, the little white headsets? They can listen to what we're saying, but we don't care. We want them to listen. Right? We're bringing a wisdom. People need to hear what's really going on in society. And I'm in the hood right now. And I'm not too far from West End. We might even check into the West End. We see how things go. Move with the spirit. Okay. And it says, therefore, I will bring forth a fire from the midst of thee, and it shall devour thee. I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth, in the sight of all them that behold thee. All that know thee among the people shall be astonished at thee. Thou shalt be a terror, and never shall there be any more. So Esau, Edom, is going to be a terror, and the workers of iniquity, they're going to be confounded as well, which are being exposed by the word of the Lord's mouth. The mystery of iniquity that now letteth, until we be taken out of the way. So the more we speak, the more we're able to bring down them strongholds by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, you ain't going to get us caught up in any madness. You ain't going to set us up for any madness. Lord willing, as long as you stay in this word, they can't do nothing to you. As long as you stay in this word. As long as you stay in the secret place of the Most High. You understand? Shaking things up. I'm still looking for that scripture in Matthews, man, about the gates, but I can't find it right now. I want to, you know what? Since we can't find it, I want to go to Matthews 12 and 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom that is divided against itself. And just what? Just as I started this lesson, a car pulled up, an Audi pulled up. Remember, all these people, they're Masons, man, Masons. And they're the gatekeepers of this society. Going back to slavery. If you had a slave that wanted to rebel, you always had the field nigger that was there to basically keep the house nigger, to keep the field nigger in check. So he doesn't get out of line. You have the same thing happening again today. Because we're threatening certain people's positions. Let's speak of that, John. Jump to John instead. Come on. Doing Satan's bidding, man. Let's go to John 15, man. Niggas are the problem, man. Niggas, they try to block our progress, man. That's why 2/3 have to go. Because they're in the way, you know what I'm saying? Anytime brothers come out, anytime I come out here, it's all out war. The kingdom of darkness gets shook up. And that's good. That means we're being effective. I want to go to John. Just a minute. I lost my train of thought now. Sending their agents my way. That's going to stop me from teaching. Bro, I want to teach the words, man. This is John 11 and 45. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Yahweh did, believed on him. So you're always going to have believers. Then you're going to have those that don't believe. But some of them went their ways to the Pharisees and told them what things Yahweh had done. So this ain't nothing new. When you have those that stand for something, you're always going to have those that are compromised and they run back to who? The slave master. And tell the slave master, oh, we got one here. He's getting a bit out of line. That's always happened. So they were running to the Pharisees about Yahweh Shai, telling them the miracles that Yahweh Shai was doing. Right? Here they come with I'm never gonna entertain it. I'm never gonna entertain it. All right? These people know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And they know that they're evil. Let's go to John 11. And jump straight to verse 47. Then gathered the chief priests and Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. In other words, what are we going to do? This man's doing miracles. We need to get him out of the way. Because he's going to start healing other people. And it says, if we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him, and the Romans shall come away and take both our place and nation. So therefore, when the Messiah came on the scene, you had people that were working with the Pharisees. They would run off, tell the Pharisees, and now the Pharisees were like, hold on a minute. This individual, he's a problem. This individual, he's a problem to what we got set up. We're gonna need to do something about this. We're gonna need to neutralize him. We're gonna need to send people his way to try to throw him off. Because if all men believe in him, they got the music playing now. Excuse me just a minute. Bear me just a minute. Still need to get this peg fixed as well. All men will come and they believe him, and they'll take away our place within that nation. So this was a lot of it was about their livelihoods. Another car pull up on me, like I'm supposed to be scared. You know, in the gatekeepers, man, masons, right? Lest thou shalt take away our both place and nation. So men, they were about their position. We're going to go to Luke 16. Come on. Oh, man. Hold on. I knew I was going to have trouble with this. I knew. You know what? I might just need to put this on. You know? But you know what? I have to lean it on the fence instead. So lucky I lean it on the fence because the peg's broken, so we'd have to do that instead. But yeah, it was all about a position, bro. We can't take this personally. They're the gatekeepers of this society, man. You know what I'm saying? They're in that spirit of act like you don't know. No, we can't do that. We have to speak the truth. And the truth will come out. That's the thing I'm saying, bro. People, they want to live a lie. When you're living in truth, there's no room for lies. Because you're living in that. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no space for it. Psalms 58 and 1. Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yeah, in heart you work wickedness. Yeah, weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Who the elites? The wicked are estranged from the wound. Key thing, the wicked, it says it, estranged from the wound. Right? As soon as they be, what? Check this out. As soon, let me stay focused, remember it. As soon as they be born, they be speaking lies. As soon as they be born, they be making up lies, man. The children of the devil, as it mentioned in 13 and 10. You have the children of the wheat and the tares. You have both. Okay? You have wheat and you have tares. Okay? And it says, Baba Kasha, they go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. So as soon as they come out of the womb, they start speaking lies. And we're going to go over to John. We're going to fight back. Let's fight back. Baba Kasha, let's fight back. We're not supposed to be accepting lies, man. The enemy's a liar. That's bro. You can't believe anything the enemy's. His job is to make you, to neutralize you. That's his job, to make you inefficient. But we're out here. We have a voice, and we're speaking this word. This is John 5, Baba Kasha. And I want to jump to you. Hold on. All right, baby. This is John 4. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit. So you still got to try the spirits out here, man. Because there's many spirits. There's spirit of criminality. There's spirit of robbery. There's spirit of witchcraft. There's spirit of pedophilia. There's spirits out here. So you got to be careful what spirit that you're dealing with. There's all types of spirits out here, man, floating about in the atmosphere. Right? And these people, a lot of people hate me, bro, and they should. But really, they hate Yahweh Shai because the words we speak. A lot of these people can't get to sleep at night. And it says, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. And a false prophet, what does he do? Prophesy falsehoods. Right? Hereby we know the Spirit of God, and every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of God. So we also got to confess that Yahweh Shai, he came in the flesh. But he was still the Son of God, and his father was what? Joseph. But he came in the flesh to experience what we experience. Struggles, pain, people lying on him. That's why he came on the earth. Yahweh Shai went for the same thing. That's why it says, arm yourself with the same mind, with the same sufferings. Once you know what the enemy does, you're able to maneuver around the enemy because you see what he does. The enemy's predictable. The enemy has a certain pattern. And once you see that certain pattern, you're able to what? Maneuver. Okay? Alright, listen, no one can destroy you except from yourself. Just don't self-sabotage. Right? Don't be acting mad out here. Okay? And it says, Baba Kisha, check this out. Hereby you know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Shai, Mashiach is come in the flesh, is of God. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of God. But they call us mad, but they're using children. But they're using, bro, you know about the program, but they're using little children, bro. They're trying to sensitize brothers to children because that's going to be the new thing. And watch when they start legalizing that. And we can speak about these things because we're not compromised. So they're going to start doing that soon. So you got to understand, Satan's trying to get you to agree to all forms of wickedness. That's what he's trying to do. Now you've got everybody coming out of the woodworks now. It's all one big scheme, man. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter where you go because I've told you, certain things govern this world. But we have to stand firm on this truth and don't be compromised. Because the moment you compromise yourself, now you've sold your soul. And don't worry, they've all got handlers and their handlers tell them where to go, what to do. But as for us, as for me and my house, we gonna serve the Lord Yahweh Shai. That's for me and my house. Okay? And it says, yeah, bro, you gotta bring that out. Because people, bro, you can't let them just get away with things like that. You gotta speak on it, man. You try to push all types of forms of evil upon brothers. When you know we're not like that. That's why, brothers, persecution's gonna come. There's gonna be all types of lies upon you soon. Oh, he done this, he done that. That's why they take pictures as well. It's gonna be all types of lies. He was doing this, he was doing that. He was here, he was saying this. You gotta get ready for that. See, that car's gone now. That was all orchestrated. That was all orchestrated. They had the woman, they had the child, they get in the car. That's all orchestrated. It's all set up. The scripture said we would go through these things. Go to Luke. Let me calm down. Let me calm down very a minute. Brothers are being targeted by Satan and his minions. And the whole goal is to discredit you. To make the things you're saying, to make it seem like, no, it's not happening. Right? Like it's just a figment of your imagination. You hear that? Gone! So that's the whole thing. To basically, you know, make sure it's not a figment of our imagination. We know what we see. We know what we see, man. You can't fool the elect. These people are everywhere, bro. It's like they get notified. As soon as you come in the area, they get notified. Satan's notified them. Hope we got someone in the town. Please keep an eye on him. That's good. That means we're being effective. That means we are being effective. Luke 21:12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you. Persecution is harassment. So you got to get ready for that. A lot of you brothers, you're not even ready for what's about to come. This is going to happen. You're going to have people that said you were doing this, you were doing that, you were here, you were there. Right? And it says, Baba Kishar, and deliver you up into synagogues and into prison. Some of you brothers are going to be locked up for things you never done, for things you never said. Being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. Who's that? The elites. For his name's sake, Yahweh Shai's sake. And it says, settle it to turn, Salakya, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate, but for what you shall answer. So you're not going to need to meditate what you're going to have to say, because it's going to be giving you what to say at that time, that hour. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So guess what? As long as you're in this word, they cannot gainsay what you're saying. Now, they can call you mad, they can call you crazy, but they can't gainsay. Yeah, he has to dip off now. Bear with me. This Audi right next to me. It's all set up. Everything's set up. This proves we're being watched. Right? See, he has to dip off now. You see? Brothers are a threat. Brothers are a threat out here, bro. A holy threat. Not in a bad way. In a good way. To the kingdom of darkness. Hello there, sir. I'm just teaching the Bible.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, Mama Kusha, check this out, Mama Kusha. Luke 21. And I'm a bit loud, but the scriptures do say, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And it says, Luke 21. Oh, where was we? For I will give you a mouth of wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. They can't gainsay this. The only thing they can say, he's mad. He's mad. He's gone. That doesn't have no effect on us, because what we're speaking is the words of Yahweh Shai. So it doesn't have no effect. That just bounces off me. Right? It's like someone saying you're a druggie, but you're not a druggie. You don't take drugs. So it don't have no effect on you. It's about the enemy's trying to make you ineffective because you're speaking truth. Right? He's done. All right, now Satan, you're done. You were done 2,000 years ago. Give it up. Right? Give it up. Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai has gotten a victory, man. 2,000 years ago, man. Very brilliant. And I'm happy to be out here and to teach. And I want to travel to more places as well. We got to get out of that comfort zone, man. Get out of that comfort zone. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do. Right? And speak with confidence as well. Don't be all timid, man. Scared out here. They're more scared of you than you're scared of them. You understand? Hello there. Have a listen, man. They're going back to their homes now. They're told to come out and strategize stuff and go back in. But come out here and speak this word. And I'm in the hoods right now. The center where am I? I don't know. I'm in the hoods. But come out here and teach, man. I just thought I'd take a little travel and teach. Baba Kisha, Baba Kisha, Baba Kisha. Check this out, Baba Kisha. And they said they're trying to distract me. Luke 21. I'm going to jump straight to where was me. And 16, and you shall both be betrayed both by parents, brethren and kinsfolks and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Hated, not loved. Hated. Hated. Despised. Are all men. Are you ready for that? You got to prepare your mind for that. Be prepared to be looked at in a certain way. And are you going to stand in that time? Are you going to fold in? No. Oh, I never said that. I was not. They're going to ask you, was you teaching the Bible? You were here. It's all on video. And they're trying to stop brothers from coming out here and teaching. They don't want you out here. These government officials, they don't want you out here freeing people's minds with the scriptures through Yahweh Shai. They have an agenda. And it says, but there shall not a head of your hair perish in your patience, possessing your souls. So we got to have a great patience when we're teaching this word. Right? Patience, man. You know, patience. In your possess your souls. The Lord's Yahweh Shai is in control. At all times. Do not take things on yourself. Trust in the Lord. He fights our battles, man. See, the enemy wants you to step outside of what Yahweh Shai has for us. Once you do that, you're in trouble. That's why we're going to go to Psalms. Bro, someone told me you have a voice. So if you have a voice, use that voice. You know what I mean? This is Psalm 35. All right? A woman pulled me up earlier. She said she's playing some music. I think that's the woman. She said, are you gonna? I might join them after. Listen to some music and all that. I'm in a different location now. I'm just, testing out the waters. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a hermit. We have this word to travel, be free in this word. So let's go to Psalms 35. Baba Kishra. It says, plead my cause, O Lord, with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. So the Lord's pleading our cause, judging our cause. With those that fight against us, he's pleading it. Okay? Take hold of the shield and buckler, and stand up for my help. Draw out also the spear, and stop the way against them that persecute me. Say unto my soul, I am thy salvation. Let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. So those that are seeking after our soul via gang stalking, King David was saying, let them be confounded. So they're going to be confounded, they're going to be brought to confusion that seek after our soul. And put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Because not all, but a lot of these people also, they devise our hurt. So guess what? They're going to be put to confusion. Right? Big time. But they want to put us to confusion. They want to control our paradigm. You're not controlling our paradigm. I don't care how much of you there is. You're not going to do that. Okay? Because we're not going to allow it. And it says, for without cause have they hid, are moving too fast. Let them be as chaff before the wind. Let the angel of the Lord chase them. So we want the angel of the Lord chase them away. All right? And the Lord will do that. Some of these people are having nightmares. And let the angel of the Lord persecute them. For without cause have they hid for me their net in a pit. Without cause. I never came for anyone. I woke up one day and I realized a group of people they were just watching me. You know what I'm saying? So we want them to be confounded. We want them to slip. Let destruction come upon him at unawares, and let his net that he hath hid catch himself. Into that very destruction, let him fall. So every trap that's being laid for us, King David was saying, let them fall in that same trap. Let them fall in that same device that they have laid for us. We got more. This ain't going to be a long lesson. Baba Kishra. And a lot of this is spiritual. All of it is spiritual. Hold on. This is all about a narrative. The enemy is coming with an agenda. He has a false narrative. And the elect, they're standing on truth. So when you speak truth in a world of lies, what do you think the people of the lie are going to do? They're going to be uncomfortable with the truth. So we're ruffling a lot of feathers, believe it or not, which is a good thing. A very good thing. So hold on just a minute. All right, this is Revelation 13. Right? And I want to jump straight to verse 4. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? So the beast is the dragon, as I got right here. Who is able to make war with this beast? And you have the 7 heads, which are the governments, obviously, which written, governed by Esau. So who's able to make war with this beast? Right here. I'm thinking, should I read all of it? Baba Kishore. Right, hold on just a minute. 7 heads, 10 horns. Oh, no. So, yeah, you pretty much got it. All right? Who is able to make war with the beast? It's the beast. This is Rome again, back here again today. Rome, ancient Rome. This is what's coming up against, brothers. You talk about gang stalking. This is it right here. This is what people are worshipping. The beast. Right? The dragon. Which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast. Right? Saying, who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? So nobody really wants to do that. Why? Because of the consequences behind that. Because the beast, remember, it's a system that you're warring against. A system. And they have a lot of resources. They have a lot of manpower and woman power. And they also have machines. So that's what we're coming up against. The machines as well. Right? It's like something out of the Matrix. Right? That's what we're coming up against. Mad. They're mad, very. So that's what we're coming up against. Right? The beast. But through Yahweh Shai, we can overcome it.
See what else we got, Baba Kishore.
And it says, Baba Kishore, this ain't going to be a long one. We're going to shut off. And they're saying, who is like unto the beast and who is able to make war with him? So people are in fear. They're like, are you sure you want to do that? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And had power, was given unto him all the kindreds of tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. It says all, except from the elect, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb. So those that are not written, those that are not of the elect, they're going to worship that beast. Excuse me, that dragon. They're going to worship it. And obviously their names are not written. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Their names are not written in the book of life. Satan's looking for souls, right? And it says, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. And he had two horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. The two horns as a lamb was what? The two parties, political parties. In the UK is Conservative. And liberal, what's it? The Liberals, right? But if you do notice, they're on the same team. All that is fair talk. All that is controlled opposition. Because the one that really decide who goes into office or who's elected is not really the people. They call that democracy, right? Which is by the people. It's really the elites that decide who goes in, who don't go in. Even though you do the voting, they will have it that, yeah, this vote. No. That's all control. Because the people that are in parliament, they have someone that's over them. You think they run? They're not running nothing. They have someone that's over them. And if they don't do what the agenda is of the elites, they get moved out the way. And that goes for all the politicians, from Boris to Sadiq Khan, all of them. All of them. Right? Politics and all them things there. Oh, well, I don't really want to get into all of that. You leave that to the politicians, man. Right? Baba Kishore. And it says, Baba Kishore, this is Revelations 13. And let's continue on this. And he had two lambs of horns like a lamb and spake as a dragon. So America is Republicans and Democrats, right? Two different parties. Red, blue. This is where you get the Bloods, Crips, gangs. Everything's gangs. Speaking of gangs, you have the police. You have the big bully van, man. Big police van. The police is the biggest gang out here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they're trying to listen, all types of things are happening, man. Very brilliant. So that's why we got to be out here teaching this word. Baba Kishore, baby. Yeah, they're fine. I just waved my hand to them. They're fine. That's why you got to be cautious. You can't be stupid. When the police ask you a question, you answer it. Don't get all funny about it, because they're looking to arrest someone as well. You know what I mean? You have to be sensible out here, man. But the police know that I'm not a troublemaker. They know that. They got me on their database. They know I'm not a troublemaker. All the police know me in London. All of them. And not for anything bad. Okay? And it says, Baba Kishore, Revelation 13. And where was I? 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast, which is the Roman Empire, before him, and causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire to come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, What's that fire? Nuclear missiles. So he causes that fire to come down. That's the lying science. That's the miracles that are brought forth out into this earth. And it says, and he deceiveth them that dwell upon the earth by the means of those miracles which you have power to do in the sight of the beast. So guess who's deceiving the masses right now? Guess who's doing that? The beast. The beast is deceiving what the masses, right? And then you got the police force as well. They work for the beast. Now they just turn around. Now they're jumping out. Now they just turn around. They're jumping out of their car. Now they're going into that park. Some very, very. You just got to be wise out here. You just got to use wisdom, man. Be smart. Don't do anything silly now. That can get you in trouble, because this type of group, they got the police in their pocket as well. Bro, you're talking about cults. Bro, you're talking about gangs and cults. So you got to be wise out here when you're moving. The whole entire world's watching me. Don't tell me they're not. They're watching me. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no paranoia thing. You understand? Revelations 13, I must have something really special. You understand? This is Revelations. Baba Kusha, Revelations 13. And let's finish off on this. And deceive them that who dwell on the earth by means of the miracles, that they should make an image of the beast, and which had the wound by the sword and did live. The wound by the sword. So it's back here again. It's the system. It's the system. Right? Then they got these little gremlins riding around on bikes trying to get my attention. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brothers have to be wise out here, man. At all times, man. Don't get out of character, man. Stay in the right spirit. Don't be acting mad out here. And it says, and he gave power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small, great, rich, freeborn, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is a system that's being designed. That's how they're able to track you and trace you. It's a system. And not all, but a lot of these people, they've already sold their soul to the system. You become a gang stalker, you've sold your soul to the system. Why do you think people are so angry at you? Because we're still free. We still get to roam around freely. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is a number of a man, and his number is 666. A number of a man. 666. Which equates to what? Esau, his system. The mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's coming up against you. You're looking at it, it's just people. No, that governs the people. So if that governs the people and they're told to do something by AI, they're going to do it. Because they're governed by that. Us, we're governed by the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So I'm going to shut off here. And Lord willing, this was edifying. I might come back to this spot. I'm just testing out the waters and so forth. I'm going to shut off here, and Lord willing, this was edifying. And until the next time, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.